What's the word, y'all? It's the Pack Podcast, and this is our first episode. Today we're going to be talking about pros and cons of hotels. Why don't we just get started about pros and cons of pools? Why don't you get us started, Abe?
Pool hotels. They are something. They can be
Something
big,
else, man.
small. They got water. Some of them got water slides, which is nice. I don't know, man. I like them. Some of them they put too much chlorine because they just don't want to care for it. And then your eyes and ears, when you get out your hands, you feel it all. You feel it everywhere.
Yeah, I know. I know it's just this thing. Like, it don't just happen in the hotel pools, but it happens everywhere. Just like, I feel like whenever you just go like a littlest bit underwater, like your ears just fill up with water. And then like next thing you know, you get out of the water and then your head feels like a dome. It just feels so annoying. Like, same, like, you know, have you ever tried to do like a somersault without plugging your nose, bro? That hurts, bro. It like fills up your whole like nasal cavity, bro.
Yeah. I was thinking about investing in water earplugs or something like that. Yeah, just cover it up.
Then you're always gonna be like, what? Somebody said something, what? So that's just gonna be like, there's so many trade-offs. You can't really, it's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be what you want it to be at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I always find myself like coming out of the pool, or like my fingers are so wrinkled. Like, why does that even happen? Like, you know why it happens?
You gotta look into that.
Yeah, I'm gonna research that later. But yeah, like my feet, but it's never like my arm or something. It's just like the edge of my fingers or the edge of my toes. But like it's not even.
It's only when you stay in for. It's only when you stay in for a long time. When you're just in, and you get out, you don't get nothing.
Yeah, I feel like you go into like a pool, and I feel like I'm always so scared. Like whenever I get into a pool, it's warm. I was just like, does somebody pee in here? Because you know people don't care if they're like spitting or sneezing or like peeing in the pool. I'm like, especially now, that's why I'm just like so scared about going to public pools. Like the ocean, like you know what you're getting into. Like, that thing is probably dirty. That thing is nasty. Like people don't like to admit it unless you're like on a beach or something. But like if you ever like get off a boat in like the middle of the ocean, bro, water's probably not that clean. Like, have you ever had like sea lice, bro?
Sea lice?
Yeah. So
the little
like,
stingies.
Yeah, and then it like hurts all over.
Yeah, I get those.
Yeah, that stuff is so annoying, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What do we got? And it's like, especially in the hotel pools that, I mean, you know, the babies, young kids who just pee, and
I mean, yeah, I just think like you gotta be more cautious. I don't like control your kids, man. It's not that hard.
Nobody
all
right,
why don't we move on from pools? Cause I'm kind of getting disgusted from talking about all this snot and pee. Sometimes even poo in the pee pool. I like went in the ocean one time. I found some poo. That's a story for a different day. I'm not gonna go into the explanations the way y'all are eating. All right, another thing I hate about hotels: bad service, bro. Come on, bro. I was at this hotel, man, and like I ordered some food, right? And then like my food gets, so they said it's gonna take 30 minutes, right? This thing got here in like an hour, right? So I'm like, okay, first of all, it's already long. I ordered a side of bread with my bacon and eggs, right? But the bread didn't come for another 30 minutes. So I'm just waiting there with my egg and my bacon. And then this stuff is cold now. So it's like, what's the point of eating it with the bread? Like, they're like, do you want us to come back in an hour to pick up the plates and the utensils, like the trays? Are like, yeah, sure. And they never came back, of course. So it's just, it's just stupid.
I've had a similar experience. I was staying overnight in an airport hotel, and we ordered. It was really late. We wanted to get dinner. We didn't want to go out. We were tired. Just got off the plane, and we ordered, and we were really tired, so we had to just go to sleep. They said 30 minutes. We waited 30 minutes. We couldn't wait any longer. And then they woke us up when we were sleeping and brought the food in like an hour later, nowhere near. And we told them no. We were all asleep. We're not hungry at that time.
I just think it's inexcusable, bro.
Nah, yeah. No way to get around that.
But if you go there, then they're just gonna be like, okay, well, since they're already here, we can slack off on the food. Like, I remember like we had eaten dinner and I was just like, look, we could go now. And then you were just like, nah, maybe we get like one scoop of ice cream. Why not? I'm on vacation, right?
Yeah.
So like one scoop of ice cream, that don't take too long, right? So I'm not even exaggerating. We were probably there like 20 to 30 minutes, bro, just waiting for my one scoop of ice cream. And I was expecting there to be I thought I expected to be plated like sauces and like chocolate or something on the side, and it's just one scoop of ice cream in a little bowl. That's it, and it took 30 minutes, bro. 30 minutes for that, bro. That is just like I wish I would have just left.
Yeah, I mean,
Sat there waiting for.
you got to
20
think about
minutes
what they're spending their time on.
And it's
All right, what
not
do we
even
got
like
next?
the whole place was
Yeah.
crowded. There's probably like 2 other parties besides us there. So I'm like, and most of them had already like gotten their meals before we ordered it.
Yeah, man, it's tough. All right, what do we got next? What are we hitting up?
Bad Wi-Fi. I really wanted to talk about this one because this has been hindering me.
It's 2020.
There's some of these this thing. I'm like, Wi-Fi should be a human right at this point, bro. Just for how easy and accessible it is now. But I'm like, I still find myself going on some of these Zoom calls for like some of these classes, and like my thing keeps cutting out, and I can't listen. Like it cuts out for me for like 10, 30 seconds, right? And then I'm like, why is this thing cutting out? My parents literally got the premium Wi-Fi, and I'm like, well, it should not cut out at all. Like it should just be fine. I'm not saying it has to be like the fastest in the world. I'm just saying I should be able to watch a YouTube video and like still scroll through Instagram and have stable connection.
Yeah, I agree, but it's also understandable that in some of these countries and all around the world, they're not as high tech or advanced as some Western or Middle Eastern or Asian countries, and but definitely at your 5-star, 4-star hotels and resorts, it should be.
Yeah, if you're going to
there.
the Four Seasons or like some kind of resort, you'd expect a bit more premium.
You would, yeah.
I don't want to sound like one of those spoiled brats, but I just feel like that's kind of a step. And I was talking about this the other day, and I think on Tuesday, I was talking about bad pillows. So I don't have one with me right now. This is just a normal pillow, right? It's got its own shape. It's pretty soft, but it's not that great. It's definitely a decent pillow. But the pillows in the beds for hotels, I don't understand it, bro. Because whenever you sleep, like you could use 2 or 3, it does not matter. I just sink to the bottom. And I don't see the thing. Like sometimes I'm just like, I'm not even gonna sleep with the pillow. Because like you could fluff it up all you want. So I have to like hold it together and then sleep on it. Like I don't see why it's so hard to like all the pillows I have at my house, they're not even that expensive pillows. I think these pillows are probably more expensive. But the pillows at my house, I sleep fine, bro. Like, have you ever had to experience that?
I have, but I also think for a hotel, when you're buying that many pillows, it's cheaper to get like soft pillows than it is to get more hard pillows. But it's still, I mean, especially you're staying in a villa or whatever, it's expensive.
Complaint is though, like,
and pillows should be.
I would be fine if this is like I'm having to take the couch pillows and then sleep on those pillows. So I'm like, you can invest less on the couch pillows and more on the bed pillows because people spend like 8 hours in bed. That's a lot of time.
Yeah.
If not more during the day.
Yeah, I would rather sleep better than just have better couch sitting. Exactly.
Like usually, like the couch already has cushioning on its own, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Unless you have somebody sleeping on the couch.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so next I want to talk about mini bars. I feel like mini bars are a lot of the time very expensive, And I feel like it's not even that good of a business strategy because when something is, say, like you have a $35 sparkling water, right? Like the person might buy that once over the time that they're there for a week. But if you make it $7, like they'll probably buy it like maybe twice, 3 times, or 4 times because people like to forget about the price when they know it's already somewhat cheap. So I'm
Hmm.
not saying I feel like also it would be better if it was cheap because I think some of these prices are absurd. I could go to the store and buy it for like 5 ringgit, and then I come here and it's like 20 ringgit. So I don't see why a Pringles has to be double the price when it's coming from a hotel rather than a 7-Eleven because I feel like a lot of the times it's not going to be bought or it's not going to be consumed.
Yeah, another thing with that is the water. They have the like you said, the big water bottles that
Yeah, I was
you
talking
know.
about this earlier. These water bottles, I've finished with these, but these water bottles are quite big. And I feel like I find myself a lot of the time, like leaving these water bottles around because I can't fully finish it all the time. It's quite a big
Yeah.
bottle. By the way, guys, the reason he's saying I said this earlier is because this is the second time we're recording this because the audio
Yeah.
got corrupted last time we recorded this. So yeah, if we ever reference back, we'll try to explain it again.
Yeah. So when I one of the hotels or resorts I stayed at, they said you can't drink the sink water. So we went for the plastic bottles that they took out, and we drank them. We were thirsty. We didn't want to have to go. It was late. And then they charged us for them the next day. And then I was like, I was a little annoyed by it, but I didn't know they didn't put the sign. But yeah, but then like they didn't refill it, and I feel like water, especially at a 5-star resort, that you can give that. That's not a
Yeah, because I feel
problem
like
for them.
you should definitely specify if it's going to cost something because I feel if it costs a lot, then you should probably specify it because at most hotels you'll probably find multiple water bottles just kind of sitting around, like maybe two per each bedroom. Uh, yeah,
Yeah, I
I
feel
just feel
like
like if you're gonna charge, you should definitely let people know, especially if it's
yeah,
something that is normally not charged for.
yeah. I mean, or like water fountains or something. They just not they're not giving us the they're forcing you to buy it, but then they're not letting you buy anymore. So
Yeah.
I don't.
All right, so we're gonna need to add a little bit more time onto this. So why don't we come up
Oh,
with one more topic? So
all
I'm gonna
right. So
talk
let's
about
just
this not having enough ports to charge your things. Now I'm not saying you need to add more outlets. All I'm saying is you need to add more USB ports because I think 80% of the time most people are using outlets to charge their phone or charge their iPad or charge their watch. And I feel like uh, if you're gonna have like 2 outlets, most people don't have like things that have multiple USBs and one going to one outlet. Like most people just use the cord or the thing that came with their phone, so they only have one thing. So you have to come into all these outlets, but it's probably a lot easier to just have 4 little USB outlets, and that's so helpful. That's more than enough for each room, right? I just feel like that would be
yeah,
so much more useful. Like that's a great idea. I
yeah.
would invest.
I feel in that. I was staying somewhere, and they gave us 2 outlets, and I've got 5 people in my family. Each of us have 2 or more devices that we need to charge, and my parents work, so they need to have it, and we just didn't. We couldn't all do it. We had to go and buy a extra the port extension with more USB ports because like all of our devices were dying and we need them. We're traveling fast. We can't let them die. Portable chargers to charge. We got it. The hotel just didn't give us enough, and it was a nice hotel, and it was just not. We shouldn't have to pay to charge our phones.
Yeah, I think that's obviously correct. Like sometimes, like have you ever like brought a charger? Like have you ever had one of those toothbrush chargers? and you can never find which wall outlet to plug it into. So you gotta go searching for some adapter so you can fit it into one so it can fit into the outlet.
Yeah.
I feel like those take so long, and I don't understand why toothbrush companies did that. I know I'm kind of tracking off a bit, but it's just happened to me recently, so I kind of wanted to express it. But I
Yeah, I
think
bought
that
a
is
yeah.
almost gonna wrap it up. I think
Yeah.
that's about 13 minutes. I'm not sure, but thank you guys for tuning in to this episode
We're
of
gonna try
Pack
to
Podcast. We will try to push these out every Monday. If not, we
longer
will
and
tell you if
longer.
we're switching up the schedule. Follow our Instagram for updates on what we'll be posting next and when it will be posted. Thank you guys for watching.
If you wanna join in, wait. If you wanna join in, just DM us or something. You wanna talk with us, or say it, comment it, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. We love reading you guys' comments.